When I got old enough to understand right from wrong and like things you should and shouldn't do as you go into adulthood from childhood, especially when you're trying to get into like relationships and stuff like that, my mom sat me down and told me for her as a woman, the two things she never accepts from a man, ever accepts from a man, put his hands on her or to call her a bitch. Definitely not both things, but those are the two things specifically. Don't call me a bitch. Don't put your hands on me. Then I fast forward a little bit and think about the time where she told me that my father, the day after she accepted his proposal to marry him, the day after they got married, he told her, you owe it to me as my wife to fuck me every night. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If I want it, you got to give it to me. And she said, no. And he said, bitch. Not making fun of that at all. I don't condone men hitting women at all. You don't put your hand. I don't even condone transgender men being able to go and fight in MMA against women like it's some dudes out there doing right now. And yes, I'm gonna still call you dudes. I'm not being disrespectful. You're hitting women and you think you're a badass because you put a wig on before you did it. No, motherfucker, you're a punk ass motherfucker. It's not fair. But I digress. So yeah, bitch, you're gonna fuck me every night. In turn, she proceeded to cut his hand off at the wrist to within like 3 or 4 inches of skin that doctors were barely able to reattach it. I say all that to say this. When I was 14 years old, I tried to run away from home and go stay with my dad because I just never had the opportunity. And my mom came and found me and got me and told me I could go stay with him once the school year ended. It's freshman year. As soon as we got in the car for her to come take me home, she got in. I was in the back seat. It was her boyfriend driving and her. She got in, turned around in her seat, up on her knees, and looked me dead ass in my eye like I'm looking at y'all, and told me, I'll be damned if I go 14 years raising you and let that motherfucker step in for the last 4 and say he won. That's a bitch. When you told me that first story about how he knocked you after the wedding and called you a bitch and you stayed married for 11 years, that was already checkmate. He already won. You just need to go ahead and give him the prize, which was me. Now I gotta grow up in a shitty situation because you don't like men and shit. Because you ain't just want to go ahead and tell him what he won. Next time a motherfucker tells you, I'm gonna win and you gonna give me this, I don't care what the fuck your rules and restrictions is, and he proceeds to go against all of your rules and restrictions and you stay with him, that's the L you took. I'm just being real. I don't care if you is my mama. You taking the L's. That's why I try not to be like you.